Hi, and this is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com, coming to you for your personal growth and spiritual development. And this is just a nugget of wisdom, a top tip to help you overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of your health, happiness and success. And I want to talk about the journey of life, which most people, if they're lucky, get about 80 years. I think that's possibly an average. And there are some statistics really that I want to discuss with you. One is that, and I don't want this to be morbid, but the fact of the matter is that very few people survive. It's a national average, more than 15 months after the day they retire, and yet so many people are just waiting for the day they retire, and they're probably in jobs that they don't like. And the purpose of this message is to tell you to get out of a job if you don't like it, because if you think about it, you're born at 0 years and you go to school possibly when you're 3 or 4 or 5, and then you come out of your education and you go into a career, either apprenticeship at 16, 17, or you do further education and you go into a job at 22, 23, 24, and then you're in that job for something like 45 years. So you get to your retirement age at 65, some people 52 years if they start working when they're 17, 18. And quite a lot of people, in fact, most people in Europe and America and pretty much around the world are doing jobs that they don't want to buy things that they don't need. And then, as I say, if they're lucky enough to get to the end of their working life, and these days job security is very sketchy, and there's no more jobs for life, it's all contracts and minimum wages unless you're in a profession. And in a profession, they hedge, they're trimming people off, aren't they? They are, top management, middle management is all being cut back, and there's insecurity and stresses and demands and customer driven rosters and productivity, and everything's micromanaged. For what? To buy things that you don't need, doing a job that you don't like. And who tells you that you need this stuff? Keeping up with the Joneses is overrated. Happiness, peace of mind, loving what you do and doing what you love really is what it's about. And you know, a lot of people say, well, you know, I'm doing it for the kids, I'm doing it for the pension, I'm doing it for the mortgage. But if you think about that, do we really want to be teaching our kids to be 30, 40, 45 years in a job that you don't like? And is that a good role model for teaching people about life and the values and what life's about? Life's about love and happiness and joy and peace of mind. It should be exciting. It should be developmental. You should be evolving, and yet a lot of jobs are ruts. Repeat, 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 repeat. You're like a hamster in a wheel going round and round and round and round for 30, 40, 45 years, waiting for this prize at the end that very few people reach. And if you do reach it, what's the state of your health? What's the state of your mind? What's your emotional state? What's your physical state? I really encourage you to review what you're doing and why you're doing it. And maybe it would be worthwhile considering doing something that doesn't pay as well, that's better hours, gives you a better work-life balance, that fulfills more passions than puts money in the bank. This idea of security can be a prison, and take some chances. Take calculated chances and do your research, and as best as you can get it right. But at the end of the day, if you play it safe, you've only got one chance of life, and it's such a short journey. And as I say, first third you're educating, and then you've got a huge lump in the middle, probably 80% to 2/3 of the rest of your life working on this hamster wheel, and then you die. And if you do more passionate things, things that float your boat, things that you love to do, doing what you love and loving what you do, then every day becomes a pleasure. It's not just your weekends and your holidays, which are 2, 3, 4 weeks a year, in a 52-week year for the next 40, 50 years. And you're never too late to make that decision to change and become happy and fulfilled and do something that makes you feel significant and valued. So live your life your way. Don't do this because I'm saying it, but value yourself, value your time, because it's your most precious commodity, and consider change, drastic change, using all your faculties, all your skills and abilities, all your common sense, but also a spirit of adventure, because that's what life is. If you want advice, you can call me. You know where I am. My name's Mike Garner at MrMikeGarner.com, and I'll talk to anybody freely. I've reinvented myself so many times through my life, and I've made loads of mistakes, but by making mistakes I've learned and I've grown, I've evolved, I've had fun. I could never say that I'm in a rut, and I wouldn't want to be in a rut. You know, the Chinese value people who are prepared to make change, and they don't judge failure, but they judge people who don't try. Doing nothing is going to create nothing, and the Chinese don't respect that. Doing something, win, lose or fail, or succeed, they respect that, and so do I, and so will you. You don't want to get to the end of your life, look back and have regret. You don't want to go to your grave with the songs unsung still inside you. Sing your song, live your life, take some chances, have a wonderful time. As I say, if I can help you, you know where I am. God bless.